took my own advice by the way. I was like, put your
Like, get you right there.
I am waiting for the awards ceremony to start, so I came over to see my friend Sydney, and she's gonna show me how to do a bubble because I legit have not made one since pastry school. So, like, I remember trying one since pastry school. I was like, this used to be so easy.
Okay, so I melted it and then I pulled it, so it's in a clay state right now. I have my little pump. You can see I didn't just get lazy and forget to clean it, okay? This is on purpose. I leave that little bit of isomalt on the end so that it's going to stick, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and heat that up. Get it a little bit sticky. I'm going to attach this. I recommend wearing gloves because it is very hot.
Sydney doesn't have any fingerprints anymore.
No. Alright, so I really attach it down onto the bottom. That's going to make sure it doesn't fly off when I start pumping, or no air can escape down under, and then I'm going to slowly start to pump. Okay, so I'm going to give it one pump first, and then I'm going to wait. So I pump once, and then I wait, and it's building up pressure.
Oh, magic.
See how it took a second? No, you want to be very patient.
I would be like,
Right, because it's so thick that you want to let it kind of stretch itself. Alright, now that the air's gone in, I can go a little bit quicker now. Now, do you see how it's going up on one side a little bit? And I can also see it looks thinner in that spot. That means that that's a hot spot. So if you have a hot spot on any side of your bubble and it looks like it's stretching out more there, you want to cool that down so that it inflates evenly if it's an even temperature. So I'm going to cool that on a cool surface just on the table here.
Oh, it's so soft still.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it's very warm still.
I love sugar.
Alright, and now I'm going to bring it back up, and I'm going to pump just to reinflate that little dent I put in. Alright, so now, before it gets too cool, I'm going to start stretching it upwards, and that way, right now the pipe is inside the bubble, right? So if I try and cut it, it's just going to run into the pipe.
Right.
So I need to stretch it up to make a little stem. That way, now the end of the pipe is down here, and I can slip my scissors above it and cut it through.
So this would be great for those bubble cakes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, clusters of bubbles, cascading, under the sea, anything.
Yeah. Hey,
Champagne.
I like that way better than gelatin.
Yeah, I mean, because this way you can shape it too. So like as you go, obviously I'm making it spherical, but you can shape it. So like the heart that I did for my class yesterday back here, or the one down here, instead of keeping it spherical, I just shape it. I mean, you can do hearts, you can do swans, dolphins, hummingbirds, finches, anything really that you want to.
So you control the shape by just instead of putting heat on the place that you want to inflate, you cool down the part that's inflating too much.
Exactly.
Cool.
And your touch isn't impacting the sheen one
Not
bit.
too much, no. The isomalt melts at about 250, 200 degrees, so unless my hands are that hot, it's not going to affect it, and they're not too cool that it's really cooling it down too rapidly, as long as you work quickly. So I'm pretty happy with the shape and the size of this. I don't want to go too big, because the more you stretch it out, obviously the thinner it gets, right, and it gets more fragile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cool this in place, so that when I take it off, it doesn't just collapse. So you could just let it cool out in the air is fine. It'll take a few minutes. I'm impatient, so I like my little fan here. It just takes a minute or so. And that will just cool it in place so that when I set it down, it doesn't collapse.
So pretty.
Isn't that cool?
What color is this?
I use super red, but I didn't put too much in because I wanted it more of a faint red.
It's nice. It's like a berry
Exactly,
red color.
exactly.
It's delicious. Everybody loves your chef coat.
Thank you. They're from Yvette Humbert in Texas.
Yvette Humbert. Does she do custom coats? Cool.
All right. So now it's hard, okay? So I'm going to shut this off. And now that it's firm, obviously I need to soften it a little bit to cut it off.
Bottom.
Right?
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to heat up just around the base. Cut that right off.
Wow.
That little nub is still a little bit soft from torching, so I can just kind of smooth it in.
Oh, nice.
Just give me a little spot so that it won't roll away on me. I don't really worry too much about that because that's where you dip it into liquid isomalt, stick it right onto your cake.
Right.
And then there's your bubble.
Yay!
No problem.
And what is your website, Sydney?
SimiCakes.com. SIMICakes.com.
And do you sell the torch and the blower?
Yeah, I
and
sell the
mat?
pump, the Isomalt, all of the molds and gloves, everything like that. All the accessories.
Cool. How much Isomalt was that little?
This one, it was only a few ounces, probably 2 ounces or so.
So like a 6-ounce bag, you can make how many? Like
You can usually make between 3 and 5 bubbles, depending on the size.
Great. All right. Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.